Hey, Merry Christmas. The brand new Tesla Model 3 update 2022.44.25 is out now. The big holiday update. There's lots of brand new features and something has gone missing. So I'll show you all of that in this video. Hey, welcome to the video. So apologies in advance, I didn't bring my tripod with me today, so this might be a little bit shaky. But I'm gonna go through everything that's new and a few things that are missing in this brand new Tesla update. So first of all, we've got Apple Music for the first time. Now, I'm a Spotify user, so this update doesn't bother me too much, but if you are an Apple Music user, this is a big deal. You can now use Apple Music directly within your Tesla Model 3. Next up is the ability to view your interior camera when you're in Sentry mode or dog mode. So super handy if you do use dog mode and leave your pets in the car whilst you're out and about. Or maybe you want to check the interior of your car. Maybe you think you've left your laptop bag or something inside the car. You can now check that. So that's super handy. Let me show you how that works. Okay, so from within your phone settings, go to Sentry mode, then click View Live Camera. Now this will load up the cameras like normal, but what you'll notice now, in the middle of the car, we now have a new dot we can tap, and now we can see inside our car when we're away from our car. Super handy if you've got a pet inside the car, or if you just want to check if you've left something inside the vehicle. Next up, the media controls have completely changed. So now instead of being on the left-hand side here in the UK, below the maps, they've now moved to a card here on the right, which I actually prefer. It makes the music playback controls a little closer to us drivers. You can also swipe these cards across, and this is another update. So here we have our music playback. We swipe across, we have our current drive. You can see I'm doing the Christmas trip video here this time, and then we've got the odometer as well. And then we've got our tire pressure back. Now, I know when I did last year's video and this was removed, I complained about that, and a lot of people said, why are you worrying about it? I'm not gonna miss it. Well, I kind of did miss it, so I'm really glad that Tesla has brought this back. Also, if you tap into any of these controls, tapping them will take you to that app. So if I tap the tire pressure, you can see that brings up the tire pressure. If I swipe left and go to the current drive, that's going to bring up the drive there. And then if we go to music, you can tap that to bring up your full music controls, or you can swipe up and then go to your sources and your recents and favorites. So just a really quick way of changing your Spotify, Apple Music, or radios as you're driving. Next is the ability to have a little more control over the climate control settings. So if you have your car in auto, it would just put everything in auto and you weren't able to adjust that fan speed. And sometimes that would annoy me because I would be warm enough, but the fans would still be blaring out. And if I've got music on, I like to have the fan speed set at maybe 1 or 2. So now if you go into your controls and you set it to auto, you've now got this low, medium, and high setting, which I really like. So I think that's a really nice improvement there to the climate controls. Now, we've been complaining about our window wipers for a long time here in the Tesla community. So it's nice to know that the software engineers have not fixed that, but they have added the ability to fart directly from the app itself, completely random. Also, I've noticed a little Easter egg here as well. So as you may know, Elon Musk took over Twitter, and there's been a lot of controversy about the blue tick. So now he's added a blue verified tick fart to the Tesla controls. Now, when I was researching this video, I noticed that Zoom calls were apparently coming to the Tesla Model 3. But unfortunately, this is for US customers only. This feature is not coming to us here in the UK just yet anyway, which is a bit of a shame because I do actually do quite a lot of Zoom calls, and I thought it would be super handy to use the time whilst charging when I'm out on the road to actually schedule in a Zoom call. So unfortunately, we don't have that here in the UK just yet. Now, a quick good and bad one for you gamers. Now, we do have an updated Mahjong game here in the Tesla Model 3, but one thing I've noticed is that Sonic the Hedgehog, the actual only game I'd play along with Beach Buggy Racing, has gone. It seems to have disappeared. Now, let me know in the comment section below. Is this just a bug on my Tesla Model 3? Or has Sonic also disappeared for you? Let me know in the comment section below, because I'm a little bit disappointed about that. And there don't seem to be any other decent games. I don't really play Mahjong, so it's not really one for me. There's a quick update to Rainbow Road. You can now set Rainbow Road to be on all the time if you want to, and you can do that within the settings here. Now, I still haven't used the Tesla light show, but if you have used that and maybe you've got another Tesla in your family, you can now schedule light shows to come on at the same time. So let's just say you have a Model 3 and your partner or wife, husband has a Model Y. You can schedule them to start at exactly the same time and they will kind of play in sync. So that's going to be quite interesting. I'll see if I can find someone else with a Tesla Model 3 and maybe I'll do that light show in another video. We have improvements to the turn signals. We now have the ability for the turn signals, the indicators, to automatically go off once the car has detected that you've changed lane. Next up is a feature I didn't realize wasn't even there, but we now have the ability within contacts to search for a contact. Now, if you'd have asked me about this, I would have assumed that this was already there. I usually have a favorites list and call people from that, which tends to what I use the most. But now within contacts, we now have a search bar and you can find your friend or family member by using that search bar. Now, how frustrating is it when you're on a call and you walk into your Tesla and it just goes silent for a little while and then it comes onto the car? Sometimes you don't want that to happen. Or maybe you're in the car and you actually want to take the call on your phone. Maybe you don't want your friends or family to hear the call. Maybe it's a sensitive information or a work call or something like that. We now have the ability to choose where the call goes. This is great. Again, you can change this in the settings. And this is a feature that I'm really looking forward to using as I do make a lot of calls here from the Tesla Model 3. And finally, there's some big improvements and changes to the navigation and maps. So before, the cards were one card and you would have all of your navigation data in the single card below the navigate search box. This has been completely changed and we now have two separate cards. The top one has a much larger font and shows you your next turn or your complete journey as well. I like this because the font is much bigger and it's a lot easier to see. And then on the bottom card, we have the destination information, which will show you how much battery you should have when you arrive, the time of your arrival, the distance and everything like that. Secondly, I have noticed some changes to the map. It seems to have a slightly more angled view. The actual map itself has had quite a big update. I noted when I came down to the seafront yesterday, the colors and everything seem quite different. So let me know if you've seen that as well. But it's just a nice change here to the maps, which I actually think is quite good. In the bottom left, it also shows you the road that you're currently on. Now I would have liked, to be honest, the ability to have my music here at the bottom like it used to be. I don't mind that it's on a card here on the right. I like that it's there, but it's a bit odd that we now have this absolutely gigantic map. It kind of doesn't need to be this big. I know, again, I'm complaining about nothing, but let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. So there we go. They are all the updates in this new Christmas update for our Tesla Model 3s. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more Tesla videos just like this. Oh, and I'm currently recording my massive 600 to 700 mile Christmas road trip. So if you want to see that, that will be the next video coming up in about a week or two. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.